Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So I'm here with my top 5 concealers. My current top 5 concealers. This was so hard, but what I did, I took out all my favorite, the best concealers. I narrowed it down to like three, and three. And then I picked the best out of those three and I came up with, so I had 15. And I put it in groups of threes, and then I picked out the best, the top for me of the three, and I came up with my top 5 concealers. This was very difficult because there's so many concealers that I love. Now, this is going to be in no particular order, but this is my top 5, and I am sticking by it. Now, if you hear like noise, like background noise or yelling, my son is watching football downstairs, so sometimes the sound carries. All right, so no particular order. Urban Decay Quickie concealer. So this is the Quickie 24-hour full coverage waterproof concealer. I have it in the shade 70N or 70NN. It has a total of 16.4 mils. I love this concealer. It is so good. And there's a total of 24 shades. So it's full coverage, it's long wearing, hydrating. On me, it's more on the drier side. Yeah, that clapping is my son. I'm so sorry, but I know I want him to enjoy his football. So it's dual-ended concealer. I don't use the other side. It gives you a real skin finish for up to 24 hours. Full coverage, natural, and it's liquid. I am wearing it today because I figured I have to wear one. I chose to wear this. Oh my God. If you want a full beat, like bow, where everything just looks immaculate, this is the concealer for you. It is fantastic. This is my second, maybe. And there's a lot. The applicator is big. I like the big applicators. This is 70N, so that's neutral, but to me it's a golden neutral. Fantastic. Doesn't crease, lasts all day, very full coverage. I would use this for a wedding because it's gonna last all day. It looks super full coverage and just, oh, it's good. All right, next concealer, Dessa Myrix. So the Dessa Myrix Yummy Skin Lift and Flex Hydrating Concealer with hyaluronic acid and caffeine. I have it in shade 14. This concealer, if you don't own this concealer, what are you doing? So there's a total of 20 shades. It retails for $30 and you get 9.4 mils. It's so good. It's good for dark circles. It's a medium coverage. It's good for dryness. It's long wearing. So it's a medium to full coverage, skin loving, all over face concealer. I've used it all over once and it worked just fine. Packed with 9 plant powered ingredients. Let me tell you, this is a medium natural finish. What I love, the only thing I don't like is the applicator, but who cares because the product is so good. The favorite thing for me about the Dessa Myrix concealer is the way it melts into your skin. I feel if you put this concealer on and when you put it on, you do it properly, like smooth it out, I don't think you would even need to blend it. I think it would just melt right into your skin and stay there. It looks phenomenal. It's so natural, but not natural to the point where it disappears completely. It does this thing where it looks so beautiful, so natural, so hydrating. It's like your skin but better. And it sort of blurs your under eye. Oh my God. She killed it with this concealer. It's so good. I just don't like the applicator. Like I said, I have shade 14. See? Don't love the applicator, but that's neither here nor there. Beautiful golden undertone. I love this so much. This is always going to be, all my top 5, they're always going to be repurchased. Really good. Okay, next concealer. So we're down to 3. No particular order, but the third concealer I'm going to talk about is the Fenty We're Even Hydrating Longwear Waterproof Concealer. Oh my god, her best concealer, her best product for me. Her best complexion product. This is so good. So this retails for $30, has a total of, what is it, 0.3 ounces. I have the shade 410W. Wow, wow, and wow. It's a little similar to the Dessa Myricks, but it doesn't have that melt into your skin quality of the Dessa Myricks. It's so good. It's Allure's best. This is fantastic. So this is also long wearing, cruelty free. So it's a 12-hour hydrating longwear concealer that comes in a wide range of medium coverage shades, natural second skin finish. This does have a second skin finish, but not as much as the Danessa, but wow, wow, wow. Let me swatch 410W for you guys. Beautiful golden color. You know, I love a golden undertone. I also have it in 400, which it is a neutral shade. This concealer, when you put this concealer on, and I love the way they're doing like concealer products now. It looks natural. It kind of like melts into your skin and it sits there and it looks like part of your skin. I mean, I think the only difference you can tell with like concealers like this is if you have a lighter shade and you have a brighter under eye. Fantastic. It's 12-hour wear, but I think this would be a good concealer too for a wedding because it would have, and the Danessa, I would say, like something very like, you know, you want to look so polished. You don't want to look too matte. You still want to look a little hydrated. And it stays in place. It's beautiful. It is so beautiful because a lot of, like I've said before, people used to complain that her complexion products were too dry. This is right there. It's not too dry. It is perfect. I know a lot of you own this concealer. All right, for the fourth concealer. This concealer did not get a lot of hype, and it still doesn't get a lot of hype. And it is the Natasha Denona, the Hy-glam Brightening and Hydrating Medium to Full Coverage Proof Serum Concealer. Let me tell you, this concealer is so fantastic. And there's a total of 50 shades because she has corrector, she has like brightening. I have it in the shade P6. I absolutely love this concealer. The formula I think is like super unique. So it has a natural finish, it's medium coverage. They said it's a game-changing concealer that has a full performance formula and advanced skincare property. This concealer is very hydrating, but very, very long wearing. And so it's like, the formula is so unique. It's sort of different from, I would say, well, not all, some of the concealers that I have. This looks hydrating all day. Because you know when you put concealer, you do forehead, well at least for me, well most people, under eye, whatever. You can like see it, like as the day go on, it just looks hydrating and full coverage all day. I don't know how she managed to do that, but it looks very full coverage. It's a medium coverage, but to me it looks full on me. Well, I usually wear a little bit more concealer than, I guess, I don't know, the average person. But let me tell you, do not sleep. I know. Sorry, guys. That was my son running upstairs to tell me that the Saints scored a touchdown. That's his favorite team. All right. Yes, getting back to Natasha Denona Hy-glam concealer. I would highly recommend you guys because I don't think it's as popular, at least from what I see. I don't think it's as popular as the other viral concealers. But I recommend you guys try this concealer and let me know what you think. She outdid herself with this concealer because I think she had a concealer in the past. It was too dry. I don't love like her liquid lipsticks. It had like that same formula. If I don't, or is it somebody else I'm talking about? I don't know. But this one right here, oh my God, the formula is so beautiful. Like I said, I have P6. A lot of the times when I wear this, if I wear it by itself, is if I'm wearing a foundation that's a little too dark, like my YSL All Hours foundation, or if I'm putting it on top of another concealer for a little brightness, it pops. And I love this shade P6. Look at this. It's a beautiful shade and it feels so rich, so creamy. It's so hydrating, but yet it just lasts so long and it, oh my God. I don't know how else to describe this concealer. You would have to get it and try it for yourself. It's fantastic. And I would highly suggest this shade P6 if you like more of a brighter under eye. It's so good. I am going to repurchase this. She has a very orange corrector shade as well that I wanted to try. I don't really need it as much anymore since my hyperpigmentation has, you know, went away. Get you one of these. Okay, so for my 5th concealer, I had a tough time in the last three that I had to pick one from. It was so tough. I was going back and forth since Wednesday with the last 3, but I finally went with this because of the 3, even by a smidge, it was like gun to my head, which one would I just grab and pick up? And I went for it, and it made my top 5. And it's the Nothing to See Soft Matte Creamy Concealer from Wynn Beauty by Miss Serena Williams herself. Let me tell you, I don't see this enough. I don't think it gets enough hype. This is one of the best concealers of the year. Hands down, point blank, period. Whatever you want to call it. This is so fantastic. So I have the shade 330 AIM. I think there's 20. It's reasonably priced. It's $25. Let me tell you. This concealer right here. So, and I love that it says Nothing to See because it's so skin-like. So the Nothing to See Soft Matte Creamy Concealer provides a buildable medium coverage with a soft matte finish in 20 shades. Definitely a soft matte finish. What I like about it though, it settles down almost like a cream to powder, but not in a bad way. And it's not, okay, I don't want to say that for people to think, oh, it's like a powder. It's not like that, but you don't have to powder it because that's how it sort of looks. It looks as though you already powder it when you have it under your eye. I keep telling myself I need a lighter shade because this shade is not as bright as I would like, but it's so beautiful. Oh, it does say the cream to powder Longwear formula. Oh, I never read that part. So that's why it has that like, oh, it looks like you've already set it once you put it in your skin, but I can't not set my under eye. So I do set mine, and it makes sense because she's an athlete and I guess you sweat and you don't want, you know, this. It's so good. This formula is so good. Like I said, I have 330 AIM. I highly recommend you go to Ulta and swatch. The applicator is not bad, but it's sort of thin. So this is 330 AIM. So see? It's not as bright as my other concealers. So eventually, maybe when this is finished, I'm going to go back and get a lighter shade. But I do love this shade AIM. This is so beautiful, guys. It's everything that she described in the description. It's on point. It is perfect. Every single time I swipe or put this concealer on my face, I literally say, wow. Because a lot of times when like celebrities do stuff, everybody's like wary of it. Whoever came up with this formula, and I love the packaging. I love the color because it's like a tennis ball. Everything about this brand, this concealer, fantastic. I can't wait for more. I hope she comes out with powders and stuff. She did a fantastic, fantastic job. And that's why this concealer made it into my top 5. If you haven't experienced this concealer or haven't tried it yet, please do. Go to Ulta, swatch it. You're not going to regret it. And you see I put it here on my hand. I just want to show you. Right? I just took my finger and I sort of blend it out, right? Look at that. Do you really think I need to powder this? Do you see how it settles? Look how it settles. God, it's so good and it's so smooth. It looks beautiful. I always rave about this concealer to like my friends, my family. I made my sister buy it. Well, she put it in her cart. I don't know if she bought it. Look at that. You see? See how it is on my hand? How it's settling in there? You don't need to powder this. Look at that. Beautiful. One of these days I will not powder it and I'll let you guys know how it works. But price point is good. Packaging is good. The product is so fantastic. Beautiful concealer. All right, guys. Those are my top 5 concealers. At least my current top 5 concealers. Let me know what concealers you guys are enjoying. This was so difficult for me to do, but I'm happy with my top 5. They're worth being in the top 5. If you guys don't own any of these, or if you know, I would recommend all of them highly, but especially if you don't own these two, the Natasha and this, give it a try. All right, guys, I want to thank you so much for watching this video. I had fun. Well, it was a little stressful, but I enjoyed making this video, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye, guys.